Welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss game. We are here playing Dungeons and Dragons in, the Underdark. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, and joined by our wonderful players. If you guys want to say hello or anything, now is your time.
Hello.
Hello.
Talk.
Anything.
Hello or anything.
And all of the above. And without further ado, we're going to start the session same way we start every single session. And that's with a little bit of a recap of what happened last time to kind of pick you guys back up to where we are now. So, last time, after you guys were dealing with this tomb underground, you discovered all you could, and it seemed the purpose of it still kind of unclear. But the sword Malachar wielded seemed to be the true treasure within it. Dawn, she called herself, and spoke mostly to Malachar in his head. Getting a quick breather in, you didn't want to lose too much time and continued your way onto the Silken Paths. Having a run-in with some drow traders, cleverly had Malachar, the only unshackled person besides Fungi and Bupido, claimed to be working for Asha Vandry, taking these escapees back. Buying this little bit, they even offered to trade some goods, and you received some food, potions, and even a couple of doses of drow poison. Learning after the fact that they had allies in hiding and waiting in case anything went south. But you did eventually make it to the edge of the Silken Paths to a tunnel with looked to be some Farazeth-infused lighting. Shushar said he could smell the Dark Lake, and Spiderbait asked if he could actually accompany you all. After all, you did give him some shiny new anklets, and he was no longer tied down to Yuck Yuck. You accepted the company and headed down the tunnel, finding a ledge to make a rest at for the evening. You all had some talks amongst yourselves and through the night, but after Fungi and Weller overheard Bupido talking in his sleep, Weller pressed this Darrow for information. Bupido made a confession. He claimed he was the incarnation of a deity known as Din Karazhan. He told Weller not to speak of this to others, as it would ruin the surprise, and didn't want them to outlive their usefulness too soon. With this in mind, you all tensely finished your watches, as Weller did warn everyone something was up. But in the morning, when you wake, you notice Bupido is missing. Furthermore, you actually notice Shushar is missing as well. And that is how you wake up.
Bupido and Shushar are missing right now.
Correct.
Can we start searching the area, see if they left any tracks?
Sure. Give me a survival check.
We didn't set a watch last night.
You absolutely did. Turns out the last two people on watch actually rolled really bad on their perception checks.
Oh.
We can go back and look at them. It was Malachar and Rincewind. So as everyone's kind of getting awake, that's when you all would notice both Shushar and Bupido are missing.
Okay. All right. Survival.
But is there anything else anyone else would like to do as you're getting ready for the day?
Well, definitely help them try and look to see if we could find where they might have gone.
All right. I would say with the 24, there's only really two directions in this passage you're currently on. You would easily see some footprints of two humanoid individuals, one a little smaller, heading the direction that you guys were headed. heading away from camp. Presumably Shushar and Bupido both walking.
I'd like to try to break free of my shackles.
All right, give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
Might as well try it. Start the day.
Can I assist him with that?
I will allow you to assist him with this.
So flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
And you said athletics?
Athletics.
Fantastic.
Trying getting angry in the morning. With an 8 athletics, your shackles are still shackled to you. Makes it a little
gotta
harder
give
to
out
put
one
on
day.
your. Well, at least you guys are just wearing what, chain shirts, I think, for most of you except for Malakar.
Yeah, scale mail.
Oh, okay. So it will take a
Yes,
little
it's-
bit of time to get that scale mail put on your armors, but
Guess we'll still try to get his off.
yeah, give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
So can I help him as well?
I would say you're busy helping out well.
Okay.
Can I help him then?
Damn.
Or am I still
Are you
searching?
proficient with it, athletics?
I am.
Then yes, you can help him. So it'll be a straight roll for
Alright.
Casmus. Your shackles also are very tight still.
I'm going to approach Spiderbait.
Oh, hey, person. I still don't know what you are.
And with big wide cat eyes, grin as best I can and say, "Can I borrow some of your grease?"
Oh, I don't have a lot left. I
Just
guess
a little.
I can give you a tiny bit. Don't you
Hey.
gotta use it sparingly, you know. Otherwise, you won't look as cool when you're on the webs. Or other places, probably.
Yes, cool.
And he'll, like, squirt a little bit in your hands.
Okay. I will work them back under my manacles and try to use that action to remove them.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check. I'll give you... I'll lower the DC by 3 for using this grease.
Okay.
$14. They are... It's a good effort, but you end up kind of chafing your arms a little more. And they can slide further up, but your wrist bones are just a little too thick.
Snarl and
it's-
growl
it's-
a little bit.
It's close. It's almost like... But you did notice it helped.
What the hell? I guess I'll go too. I'm gonna say a little prayer first, though.
Okay. Give yourself guidance. So give me an athletics, it'll be at disadvantage. Are you trying-
Maybe if you also use the grease and someone assists you, someone can break free of them.
Don't forget to do. Don't forget to
Yeah.
do your 1 in 400 chance of doing something today.
That's fair enough.
There you go.
I would say it definitely wasn't meant to be. As you guys are still, all of you bound except for Fungi and Malakar. And Malakar, you still have your neck brace still on, your collar, as does Turvy.
I forgot about that.
I just imagine we're all looking around at each other in frustration, like these fucking things, right? Man.
But I will say, Rinsman, you did find tracks. Looks like they're heading through this large, wide tunnel. The tunnel's probably like maybe 30 or 40 feet wide in certain places, similar height. But there would be this kind of like little bits of what look to be tombstones around, like below this cliff. They're not actually tombstones because you passed over several of them, but they are just kind of odd stone formations that are kind of jutting out of the wall, giving a little bit of light.
All right, what do we want to do?
Well,
We
I
need
think before-
Shushar. We don't need Bupido.
Yeah, I think before we proceed, I would catch the group up on the conversation that Bupido and I had last night.
What do you say?
I kind of circle the wagons and say, listen, I know some of us have had our suspicions of Bupido, and there was some confirmation last night as to why we perhaps should keep a close eye on him. If not eliminate him entirely, but I'll just put this out to the group. Fungi and I heard him mumbling in his sleep pretty suspicious things, such as, get them there, so much blood, it'll be fine. Not Din Karazhan, he'll be there, bloody sacrifice, well worth it. You know, you can see why I would say slightly suspicious.
Yeah,
So-
it was weird.
Yeah. And when I confronted him about it, he confessed to me that he was this Darrow god of murder, Din Karazhan. He believed he was, at least. The Darrow. They're all crazy down here. But he told me
Okay.
not to tell you all. I think he said something about it ruining the surprise, and seems like he certainly has something planned for us.
All right. Well, we need Shushar, regardless. So we need
Yeah.
to go find him. And as far as I'm concerned, Darrow's dead weight. The Darrow's dead weight. He hasn't, done anything to help us. It's all been hinder. So, I got no reason for that guy to be coming along. I just
say
want to get
we-
out of here.
I say we throw him down the next pit, or we just cut his head
Well,
off or something.
I don't want to flat out murder the guy if he hasn't done anything wrong, but I don't have.
I mean, he almost killed us multiple times.
Well, yeah. Well,
But he
Weller.
seemed just as surprised about that as
mean-
the rest of us were. I don't think direct confrontation with him is the point that we're at right now. I just wanted all of us to be armed with the same information so we're aware of what we're going into. But I agree, we need Shushar, especially if our plan is to get to Sloopadoop and have him act as an ambassador, depending on what god they're worshiping that day.
All right. Well, then can we put Turvy on him and just make sure that he just trails that dude, because Turvy kind of needs a purpose at this point, I think.
Trail who? What are you talking about?
Follow the Darrow.
Well, we're all going in that direction, right?
Well, we're all going in that direction, but some of us need watching more than others.
Well, how do we watch him if we don't know where he's at?
Well, the point is that we're gonna have to find him. We at least have to find Shushar. If we find Shushar and not the Darrow, great. If we find Shushar dead and not the Darrow, that sucks. But at least we don't have the Darrow. If we find them both, meh. And if we find the Darrow and a dead Shushar, that motherfucker's got to go.
I'm sensing
So-
some animosity.
Just a little. I said what I said, but at the end of the day, if it turns out that the Darrow is with us, we're gonna need to have him watch 24/7.
He did kill my sister. I know she wasn't in the right state of mind, but still killed her.
There you go.
I wouldn't be opposed to offing and getting rid of it.
Well, right now we're just watching. So make sure
Right.
you're always on his 6. And
If we see him, yeah.
if we see him.
We'll be a little
If
bit
he-
more
if-
than on his 6, don't worry.
Okay.
He'll be on his 7.
Okay.
Maybe even his 8 or 9.
Okay. Anyway,
And he's, as he says that, he's holding up his fingers to count with them.
yeah. I'm just gonna like stare at him drolly, and then are we going to find them or not? Or are we just gonna keep going forward?
Let's
I
go
mean,
find
they-
our fishy friend.
Yeah, we at least need to find Shushar. I don't care about the Taro, but we gotta
Yeah.
find Shushar.
And the footsteps were leading the direction that we were originally heading, right?
Yeah, it's like
All
a
right.
it's a straight tunnel. Not straight, it's curvy, but it's like there's only one direction to go at this point in time.
All right. Well, should we double time, or
Should we?
Yeah. Does anybody who would be the best suited for navigating at this point since Shushar's not with me? Is there anyone that has particular advantage to tracking or anything like that?
I would say
Yep.
at this point, yeah, it's less navigating, more tracking. If you're trying to follow the tracks.
I can help with tracking. I can help find things throughout this place.
Dusk
Yeah,
is pretty proficient at it as well.
I can try to map it.
And of course,
Yeah, you can.
no.
Our little cartographer.
Yeah.
And I know Rincewind is proficient as well, so
so let's start tracking those little footsteps.
All right. You already have a pretty good lead. But you guys start heading out. Like, is Rincewind leading the way with this? Tracking with a little bit of assistance from both Dusk and Fungi. Is that
Yeah.
correct? All
Oh,
right.
good point.
that's good.
Well, heading onward, you have a pretty good lead of where they're going because there's only one direction. But with your 24 survival, it'll get you through to about an hour as you're going through this tunnel, and it gets smaller and wider as you press onward. And near the end of this first hour of traveling, you would see a small tunnel. Looks recently dug or unsurfaced to the left of this passageway, and you would notice kind of an acrid smell coming from it. I'd say, Rincewind, it looks like the tracks are going that way.
Okay. I'll point them out as we're coming along. And how big is the tunnel mouth?
It looks like it's about 10 to 15 feet in width and
Okay.
or diameter.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not terribly narrow, but yeah. How do you proceed? Just continue onward?
I think that we should probably get weapons ready, maybe. And do we want to try and stealth this, or do you want to try and call out to him? I say as I'm
Say
pulling out my
stealth, eh?
shield and rapier. Or short sword.
Well, the only thing that I'll say is, like I said before, he told me not to tell you all. If we stealth it and he discovers us, that might be suspicious. And if he has Shushar against his will, and he hasn't killed him yet, he might just decide to off him then. I mean, Bupido knows what our intentions were. He knows that Shushar is important to us, which might be the reason that he took him, or who knows? They might be old drinking buddies. I don't know at this point. I would say, however, whatever way we proceed, we need to do it at least cautiously, because again, he's clearly not to be trusted. I wouldn't put it past them to set some sort of traps or early warning system or something.
I don't think sneaking would be too obvious here because we're not trying to be seen walking through these places. I don't think it would look too suspicious or anything.
Yeah, if we try going sneaky, we might at least get, able to surprise them.
It could, but that could backfire too. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's
It's a
really
damned
about
if we're
him
due.
not seeing us.
Let's keep going the way that we're going. Normally.
Highly alert.
Yeah,
Is-
exactly.
Get
Cautiously.
your heads
and
on swivels.
if something piques our interest, or if we think that we need to be a little bit stealthier, we can maybe make that call then.
Okay. Let's see. We're going into this cave for a little while, right? So let's go ahead and
You're unsure exactly how far it goes, but yeah.
let's start us off with bumping up some dark vision. So fungi and you've got Devil's Sight. So
Ooh.
does anybody else have? I'll give it to Malakar too, I guess, so that he can see far enough out. How many can I give this to?
Equal to your wisdom modifier.
Ooh, one more person. Dusk, you want 300 feet of dark vision?
Sure.
It's
Absolutely.
ridiculous dark vision. As
Yeah.
you all feel this kind of weird light flow into you, you can see better than you've ever seen in the dark before. It's nuts.
And so everybody's pupils kind of change color just a little bit, and then let's go ahead and roll in. How do we want our marching order to be? And
I mean, I'll be more towards
Malakar,
the
do you
front.
want to bring Dawn out, or do you want to keep her undercover until?
I figure for right now, I'll just keep her undercover, but I'll be holding my shield and I'll be holding the hilt, so I can
Gotcha.
ignite it whenever.
I'm gonna have my shield at hand, and I'm gonna kind of backhand my short sword, so it's kind of the blade is up against my forearm,
Okay.
kind of hidden, but out.
How are you guys traveling? So who's in front?
Like, I'll be in front. That's fine with me.
I'll go in the middle. I think that way I'm not too far from anybody in particular.
I'll be up there too, up to the front with Malakar.
I might as well hang on the back end of it.
I will as well, just in case something approaches us from that direction.
Fair enough. As you start to head through this tunnel, Turvy and Spiderbait will kind of be towards the middle. Turvy will kind of take the back as well, keeping an eye out. Also has Stool in his little makeshift backpack. But traveling in here, this acrid smell gets worse and worse. And going through this tunnel, you would feel this faint quake. Just ever faint. Just lasts for like 2 seconds. And see a couple of stones kind of scatter for a moment. Passes pretty quickly. But further into here, you would notice a little bit of green light in a couple of spots as there are these look to be pools of greenish yellow liquid on either side as this cave turns into a cavern, a larger area that even looks to house ruined stonework directly in front of you. You would have these two kind of bubbling pools to your left and to your right, and ahead of you it looks to be a ruined building. No doorway, but it does look like a wall has since caved in.
I examine the pool, see if I know what the liquid is with guidance.
Give me a nature check. $21 plus your guidance. 25. Yeah, this is straight up acid.
Uh-oh, nobody
Straight
touched the
up.
green stuff.
I wasn't planning on it.
You would notice ahead where these ruins lie. You can kind of see a little bit into where past this broken wall. It looks to be spider webs kind of scattered kind of throughout the area, lingering from the floor and ceiling, but all of it kind of just dripping with this odd, thick acid. And near the kind of opening ahead of you, let's say Fungi and Rincewind, you would both notice, actually Dusk as well, a faint splattering of blood right before the entrance to this place.
Oh no. I hope we haven't been too late. We need to go find our fishy friend now.
Is there a trail leading away from the splash?
Give me a survival check.
Oy.
With an 8, doesn't look like much. You don't see much of a trail, just that little bit of a splatter of blood kind of behind some cobwebs.
What are the tracks that we are following telling us? Like, do they head towards where that blood is, or?
Kind of lost the trail
Okay.
as this cave as the tunnel turned into a larger cavern. I'll bring you guys to a map, but just don't go wandering around willy-nilly. You know what I mean.
Secrets.
I should be able to
Secrets
know
are
how
no
long
fun.
ago they passed, though,
Well, but
according to Natural Explorer.
I will say you lost the trail. I'd say your previous attempt looking on would have been an hour or two. Give or take.
The acid that you said was dripping. How big of a droplets are we talking?
Oh, tiny.
Tiny droplets.
Yeah, like little rain droplets kind of dripping from some of them dripping from stalactites on the ceiling. You would see stalagmites kind of on the corners of the space. Kind of, the stalagmites even seem to be kind of dripping themselves.
And my manacles. Is there like a chain between them? Are they like what we envision handcuffs as being?
Yeah, there is.
We use the acid on the
Can I
handcuffs.
attempt to use the acid to melt the chain? Or at least break the two apart?
I would say using just these little droplets. Or
I mean, I would start with the droplets and see how it went.
okay. I'll say
I don't
easy enough
wanna
to
dip my hands.
Yeah, easy enough to determine as you kind of like go up to one of these stalagmites and kind of rub up against some of the droplets there. It doesn't seem to do quite enough, but it did seem to have some effect.
And the green things we're seeing, those are pools of acid.
Those are pools of acid.
Can I attempt to cautiously dip, not my hands, but maybe the chain,
You can
to try to get a little more acid on there?
you can absolutely try.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check. As you guys all watch Weller dip his manacles into the acid, attempting to melt off part of it. 14. Just barely.
You lose both your hands.
Yes.
Weller, you take 6 points of acid damage as it quickly creeps up the manacles along each side, singeing your wrists. The chain disintegrates.
All right, well, at
into
least
the
it was not for naught.
And you guys would hear the singeing and the kind of smoke rise from where Weller kind of brings his hands up, and they're free, but definitely kind of dripping with a little bit of acid.
At what cost? My hands.
Debating if I try myself, but I don't want to burn myself.
Roll
I'll
better
help you
than he
hold
did.
the chain in there so that it doesn't really.
We'll say as this is going on, Fungi, you would hear noises coming from within this ruined building.
Guys, I'm hearing something. I don't know what's going on. I'm really worried about our friend. I think we should go check it out.
All right.
Well, I'm willing to move forward now with my hands that are no longer bound. I just have a nice pair of bracelets.
Yeah.
Until we can remove
And
them.
I'm assuming a collar still.
Yeah, everyone still has a collar. You need thieves, unless you want to dip your head. Dip your head in there. Unless you want to dip your head into the acid to try and see if you can remove the collar.
Yeah, and burn your head off.
I can play with the acid later if we need to see what's in this, whatever that is.
Yeah, like it's a casting, so and probably go and see that sound that a fun guy found.
I will say now stealth would probably be a good option. But with that being said, I would kind of hang back because I know with my heavy armor, I'm not going to be as stealthy as majority of the party.
Well, you don't have shackles to weigh you down now and clink.
At least there's that.
So how do you guys approach?
Stealthily is probably the best option, yeah.
And who's
Yeah.
approaching? Is everyone approaching or just a few of you guys?
Well, maybe we go and split. We'll take the stealthiers of us up front, and then get ready to call on the others. To come charging in.
Yeah, I would say, can we work out some sort of signal? Like, I'm not going to let them outside of my dark vision. I'm going to stay close enough to where I can see them. I just don't want to be up in the front if we're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm with Weller because I'm not going to be stealthy at all with heavy armor.
Fun guy, you seem like you generally have a bag of tricks. What's a fun little side you can give us if you need our assistance?
Well, I was just thinking I'd yell, but
See, this guy's always got a fun bag of tricks. What did I tell you?
Well, that works.
Yelling works for me.
So
let's just get up there, get the element of surprise, and go save Fishy.
All right. Lead the way.
Dusk will stalk forward,
all right.
sneaking.
Say, would I be able to get to like here without being?
I would say, do you think you can get up to there?
No, I don't know.
Everyone who's moving forward, I would say Malakar, that would probably be the edge of where you think safely be unheard.
So, like, right
the
here?
right where you're standing.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Those of you attempting to sneak forward, Spiderbait will kind of hang back. Turvey will watch your back and here. Kind of has his little crossbow ready. The four of you guys, give me a stealth check. Chasmus Fungi and the other two guys.
I'm going to take that opportunity to Leslie also run a knowledge from a past life to give me an extra
Sure.
D6 on that.
Roll that D6. Yeah, you fondly remember this memory of sneaking into a bakery and taking fresh loaves of bread. I just kind of remember definitely doing it right as they came out of the oven, and the baker was none the wiser.
I'll again have a moment of just a second or so before I shake it off and continue to move forward.
And a stealth from Rincewind.
Sorry, I lost sound there for a second. I'll get it to you here.
You're good.
Just a second.
I will say, as you all creep forward, you notice that there's thick webbing on the floor here. It does make it a little difficult to wander forward at a reasonable pace, but going slow and sneaky, like, you seem adept at least to unstick yourselves as you move forward. And as you do move forward, I don't know exactly who's going first. You would notice a large hall. Once probably you would your best guess would be, looks to be a small temple. Ruined rock all throughout. Webbing's kind of covering bits and pieces in here. You would see smashed spiders underneath some of the rubble in here. And at the far end, you would see what looks to be a scale with kind of being held together by a hand that's jutting out of a skull. This large kind of like judgment scale kind of thing. On one side, you would see a tied up drow, still conscious and kind of bound to one of these sides of the scale. On the other side, you would see what looks to be the body of Shushar. Entrails spilled out over the sides. And even kind of like what looks to be an odd design with different parts of his insides arrayed into a kind of spiral spinning down that side of the scale. As well in here, you would notice that there are a handful of Darrow not noticing you. Seem to be kind of looking up quietly at the scale, mumbling to themselves, occasionally giving a glance at each other, as there are four male Darrow kind of with like these mutton chop, kind of like they cut them themselves. So like one side's very uneven compared to the other side. And they're just kind of at the front of this, next to two old broken braziers and kind of the step up. One of them is kind of at a ledge near the top up there. But they don't seem to notice you.
Well,
As I see Fishy all turn into sushi, gonna feel an unfamiliar feeling of just anger, and I'm prepping my Halo of Spores now. I'm getting ready to I'm go straight into attacking as soon as we're ready.
They seem to be almost chanting, but like not in unison at all. All of them seem to have like different sort of accents, but it's very quiet. How many of you speak Dwarven?
I think none of us.
I do.
I do.
Last leaf does.
But I'm not up with you guys, so.
You're not up there. But Rincewind,
Or Mornswind, sorry.
but Rincewind, you would hear, kind of. It's more mumbling than anything, but you would make out a few keywords. One of them translates to any language, Din Karazhan. The other words would be things like sacrifice, all is even, and just wait for more. He'll show us who to murder next, and that kind of thing.
Okay. So I'm going to turn back to the group and kind of push them back to retreat a little bit. Is anybody else getting an echo right now?
Mhm.
Yep.
That's so weird. Now?
No.
No.
No, I don't think I heard it then.
That's crazy. Okay. So I guess I'll say to the group, well, Shushar's dead. I mean,
I can see
what happened. We can just bail on this, and we're gonna have to. I mean, there's no bringing him back. So Sloopadoop is kind of out of the picture now.
No, I got an
We
idea.
can't just let them go.
Well, what do you
Was
want
about
to do?
Say that.
I want to take them out.
Were you really that close to Shushar?
I can't keep losing people. I came to help you guys, and now you guys are just falling left and right.
So
Well-
you're telling me you're just going to let a murderer that's going to get more people in to sacrifice them?
Well, it's not like this is a high traffic area or anything either. I mean, what I'm saying is what's done is done, and now we can just leave what's his name and in our rear view and never have to deal with that asshat again.
You think he could follow us?
You could follow us exactly.
I mean,
You could
not if we
follow-
beat feet. I mean, what's the point of going in and fighting a whole bunch of drow that of Darrow and possibly getting more of us killed for a vendetta for a fish person that hardly any of us bonded with?
Because it's good to kill bad people. I don't usually
Yes.
say kill.
But he's got a point at the same time.
I will say none
But-
of you did see Bupido in there.
I mean, I don't care what happens to Bupido. Frankly, I would rather hasta la vista, you know.
I guess we could probably
Unless somebody really wants to deal with Bupido.
if he comes back to us, I say we deal with him. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
I don't know. What do we want to do? Do we really feel that strongly about? I mean, there is a drow in there that apparently does look alive, and we could be the heroes to save this one dude who, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, Weller, but most drow are evil assholes. And I'm not just saying that because 9 out of 10 drow are evil assholes. I'm saying that because 9 out of 10 drow are evil assholes. So,
No offense taken, you have a point. And even if we spared his life, I'm not convinced he'd be in any position to be of great benefit to us.
So we get the hell out of this cave and continue on to Sloopy Doop because it's our only best and fastest way across the lake.
well, do we have to go through this cave to get to where we're going? That's the other question. I mean, do we have to go through this chamber in particular?
That's a good question.
Steven says yes, and we just go, oh, okay, well, fuck them all.
Spider-Bait
Weller,
looking at you, dude.
since you were well, I guess, yeah, Spider-Bait can help out with Weller. Give me a survival check. Because you were kind of previously in charge of navigating direction down here. Being an Underdark native. I'll even give you advantage on it, because Spider-Bait will kind of, like, back you up. Alright. Didn't need Spider-Bait's help. He's like, I don't know. Maybe. Weller, it seems like it's going in a similar-ish direction. This area looked to be newly kind of opened up. It might be a shortcut.
Hmm.
Yeah, what he said.
I mean,
I
the
don't think
thing
it's worth
is,
the risk.
shortcuts to where? I mean, it seems like everywhere we're trying to go is trying to kill us anyway. So,
Well,
To the lake.
yeah, I was going to say the one thing to remember down here that we've run into many a time is the path of least resistance seems to add a day or more to our travels. That just seems to be the legacy of the Underdark.
my biggest goal is putting as much distance as I can get between myself and that prison, and then trying to find my friend, and then getting the hell out of here. And I just don't think that dicking around with a bunch of crazy Darrow
No.
is really worth the risk. I mean, they don't have anything with them. They're obviously in the middle of some sort of religious sacrifice or something like that. Our friend is already dead, so there's no one ringing that bell. And the other one is missing, and I wouldn't call that guy a friend anyway. So
The only thing
seems
I'll
like-
say is you said they seem to be in the middle of a ritual.
right.
We
But
don't know for what. And
No.
what they're summoning. We don't know if we want loose in the Underdark, but also to your point, if we go in there and the ritual is already somewhat complete, it may not be something we want to directly confront.
I mean, it's not like we hadn't stumbled into a ritual before either, and it didn't exactly go our way either.
A lot of rituals.
Well, I
in
mean,
the
it
Underdark.
did,
A lot
but
of
not
blood.
in the best way possible.
Blood Zordon.
Yeah. You guys talked about that one?
I kind of got my ass handed to me left and right there. So,
We all
um,
did.
We backtrack and out of this cave. Continue our way down, I guess.
I think so. I
Our
mean,
best bet, even without Shushar, our best bet is still to go to Sloopy Doop. I might have an idea to.
Well, it's the closest thing to a town or a village or anything that in the direction that we've been going that we know of, right?
Yeah.
I think the idea is if we can get to the lake and we can start traversing the lake somehow, then we can, start putting some distance. So,
Listen, I'm with you. You've made a convincing argument. Does anyone have any real reason for us continuing in here?
No. I'd rather get the hell out of here.
I don't want to see a fellow drow die, but
I mean, we
said, I don't. know
we
if he's
see
of
right
any
now
benefit.
there are a few guys in there, but there could be a few more, and frankly,
We probably also should get going because we don't know if there's more going to be coming through that door down there.
That's a
Right.
fair
Okay.
point. We can continue this conversation as we're walking away, and if
Yeah.
anyone has a convincing argument, we can turn around.
I mean, Jim, you've been kind of quiet. Do you have any input here?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been bad mouthing cats this session, so you can't be too salty with us yet.
Dusk would kind of have no opinion here. So he's just going to kind of shrug He is not for unnecessary violence.
Malakar's torn just because he doesn't like letting murderous people go.
Brother's
Yeah.
seen enough murder and doesn't particularly care to contribute to it, so. But I will do it if it means my freedom, but I feel like going in there might call that into question, so.
I just don't see any kind of reward out of this. I don't
No.
see
Malachar
other
also
than
won't go
the
in
feeling all good about
on his own.
ourselves. I don't see a point of engaging these guys right now. So
Fun guy, I
let's
know you were the only one that seemed to be really in favor, and to your point, we've lost
except
another
out of game experience.
comrade,
in-game.
but if we go in there, there's a chance we might lose more.
I hear you, and I'm not gonna fight the group. We all want to back away. I'll follow you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Come back
want
and
to,
bite
but
us.
it might
I
be
mean-
the better decision.
As Malachar, just Leroy Jenkins, you know.
Does he?
I mean, I
No,
would
he's
totally
not.
have your
No,
back here,
Do you,
Malachar.
do you
I
have a cool word for Dawn when you ignite her? you flame on, like Johnny Storm.
If we want to go in guns blazing, then I'll totally back you on that, Malachar. But I mean, I just
No, he
worth
wouldn't
it.
do that.
I mean,
You're making
Don't-
sense.
So, to date myself here, I recommend his battle cry because what this really is, what Dawn really is the Sun Sword from Thundar the Barbarian,
oh man.
and he
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to shout Lords of Light, and that. Anyway, y'all look that up later, you young
Oh
people.
my god. The USA Cartoon Express, my dude. That was my 3:30 show.
Yep. But
Right.
in the meantime, fun guy, could you help me make sure I don't burn my paws off?
Yeah, might as well try to before we
I,
go try to get these off myself.
Can I give Cosmos a hand with guidance and whatnot?
You can
Yeah,
you can cast
you've,
guide. Are you anybody proficient with sleight of hand?
I am.
not proficient with sleight of hand, but I can cast guidance on him.
So you can cast guidance.
Likewise.
On it.
Okay.
I'll use my staff to at least just hold him up so he doesn't accidentally fall in.
I gotcha.
I could use a guidance here.
I got
Casmus is
guidance on
proficient
him.
with sleight of hand, so
Okay.
So, Casmus, give me a sleight of hand with guidance from Malachar, and Dusk, give me a sleight of hand with guidance from Fungi. As you dip your
So-
hands, try to dump your hands in the pool.
sleight of hand that, and guidance is a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Get that 4.
Oh.
Dusk, you expertly just kind of dip the chain bits in there and pull it out no problem. Casmus, you dunk it in, and that acid would creep up your arms as you take 5 points of acid damage. But the chains do break on both of them.
So now it's just down to
Now it's just down to Rincewind.
all right, fine. I'll give her a go.
All right. I'll
I
cast
mean,
guidance.
The
on
it
guidance
hurts.
on
It
both.
hurts, but at least they're gone. So
Yeah.
Give me
That
a,
hurts
give,
so good.
give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Here we go.
Alright, with a 21, you want kind of taking a cue from Dusk as opposed to the other two who did this. You kind of daintily dip your chains in, and it kind of melts off, and you kind of shake off the acid before it kind of creeps up. You
The funny thing is-
still have a chain or a link or two in the chain, but they're no longer connected.
the funny thing is that Casmus is proficient with sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Weird. The DM
Awesome.
talked
So-
shit to the guy who made it cool. Just saying.
But as you guys are kind of spending your time here, you would notice out from the interior, a voice kind of calls out to you all. Oh, I know you guys. Yes, I do. What are you doing out there? Come on in. As a Darrow kind of pokes his head out the side. Been waiting for you.
Yes, we're just gonna point to the door. Let's get the fuck out of here.
No, where you
No.
going? Come on in. There's room for all.
What about Shushar?
Hoo-ha?
The fish man.
I couldn't say I've ever met a fish man. Are they
That
real?
isn't him laying up on that altar right there?
Well, that's not a man.
Okay.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah, weird lot. I do know you. And he'll pointedly point towards Fungi.
And
Yeah.
I just kind of point to myself.
I knew your father's aunt on the other side 3 times removed.
What's
At
an
least-
ant?
At least back then. Oh, they're little bugs. You squash them and chew them up.
And I had a dad who had them?
Yeah.
You knew it.
Hey guys, I found him! He kind of yells back to the interior
Let's get out.
as
So we either need to.
you would kind of hear some footsteps start wandering from the interior towards you guys. Oh yeah! It's them! Hey guys, it's them! Oh. Yeah, they come to visit. Well, what are you guys doing out there? Come on in.
We're good.
Weather would say to the group, "Hey guys, it's them," and then just mumble, "We need to leave."
It is us. It's us, guys. You're right.
Elvis would slowly back away, getting closer to the door.
Oh, hey, where are you
To leave
going?
This place.
We're good.
Oh, no, you're not. No, come on. You'll be much better in here. It's warm. We got a fire going. It's just the bee's knees.
That's
Mhm.
when is treating them like Jehovah's Witness. No, we're good. We're good. It's like a bad mall kiosk. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, we knocked on the wrong door.
Weather
Sorry.
puts his AirPods in and just puts his head down.
Yep.
And just gotta check something real quick. You would feel a faint rumble in the earth once more. A couple of splashes in the acid nearby. And a voice would call out from behind you. Well.
God damn it.
Been traveling all over looking for you lot.
Son of a bitch.
And you turn around and you would see a number of drow stepping out of that cavern. Being led by none other than Ilvera Mizrim. I thought you guys could get away, eh? Don't worry. We'll bring you back safe and sound. What do you say? Come quietly?
I say you got one of your drow compatriots on that scale in there, and if you don't do something now, they're gonna kill her.
Huh?
I have all my compatriots here with me now.
Are you sure? She looks pretty scared.
Oh god, there's more of them. The
Give-
tokens just keep popping in.
Yeah.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Give me a... Actually, this guy will probably be in front of her as well. Give me a wisdom save. As you say that, Rincewind. Yeah, no. I don't care about them. You lot are quite important, though. Hey,
Are we?
little guys. You want to make a coin or two? Maybe a sacrifice to whatever god you're praying for these days. Need them alive, though. And she kind of points to you all. Oh, alive! Yeah, we know all about being alive and dead or whatever you want. Right. So, I will not have this be a good stain on my record. If you would be so kind as to come quietly, as they say. We don't need to turn this into too much of a fuss, as seems like the front drow kind of have, all of them actually have crossbows at the ready, except for the women. Don't make this any harder than it needs to be. What's the saying? Bring you in cold or we can bring you in hot. Choice is yours.
I yell out to the Darrow. We came in search of Din Karazhan. He was a member of our party. We're looking for him. We came to worship with him. Don't believe what my brethren are saying. Protect us.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, but it's true. He was a member of our party.
But you're...
Don't-
I guess...
Don't you mean brethren and sisterin?
Yeah, I was gonna say sisterin, but is that the word?
I mean, you give me a persuasion, I guess. I mean, either or. It's weird because you're just bending the truth a little bit.
Charisma, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 6 of 1.
You might be
half dozen.
proficient with one of them. I don't know.
Nah, I'm not.
Fair enough. We'll say
I'm already
these guys are
going
not the wisest because they're insane.
I could use my inspiration after, right? Do I need to call it?
You need to call it because we're not
Alright,
we're
well,
not
I'm
quite there in this game.
I'm gonna call it then.
All right, use your inspiration for your persuasion deception.
Persuasion, yeah.
Your
Go ahead and roll that.
Dissuasion.
And what is inspiration?
You get advantage.
Oh, I get advantage. All right, so
Yeah.
I'll just click it again.
All right. Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, of course. Hey, these guys are with us. As they kind of all step out, and they all look to be carrying small crossbows.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say sticks. I was like, God damn it!
As they kind of pull them out of their backs,
They got pointy sticks.
and
They
all
have
of their
really good hopes
crossbows.
and dreams.
They seem to have like a loader on top, like essentially like a repeating crossbow. Yeah, they're with us. Yeah. You see, you're gonna make this the hard way. As she just gives a look. And you all are kind of this tense moment. leading
this
up to
point-
here.
Malakar's just gonna ignite Dawn.
And we're gonna roll initiative.
And Willer's gonna whisper about the drow poison. Don't forget that.
Now, at the moment,
Oh, that's
Malakar's
right.
got it all.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
that's who I'm whispering to.
I'll say, can I toss a vial of that to?
You can do it on your turn.
My
Okay.
initiatives have been shit this campaign, I feel like.
Oh, where's my sheet? It's all the way over here on this monitor. There are too many fucking monitors. Oh my god. Your initiative is shit?
Malachor is like the worst initiative probably in the all 11 sessions so far.
That's true. Mine's at least been consistently bad. I don't think I've rolled a 1. Hey, maybe it's good, you know?
Make sure I put it all in there.
Can be.
And now I just need to roll Turvy and Spider
Something.
Bait.
Just hope the trouts are
Just remember the acid and watch out for the acid.
And with the top of the round, initiative rolled. I'm going to do it a little early. This will be a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break.
Alrighty.
We'll
Alright.
pick up with whatever
You are-
happens here in a few minutes. So
Sounds good.
we'll be back soon, Twitch. Bang.
It was Jim's dog.
Yeah. And
I heard
welcome.
about your cat and the dog disconnected him.
Yeah. Welcome back to our Out of the Abyss. And last we left off, our heroes, for lack of a better term, at the moment, were hoping to find their friend and possibly captor, but found a body of their friend instead with a group of Darrow they did not know in this acid-covered cavern. biding their time and melting some of your shackles off of each of you, ended up drawing some attention from these Darrow as you were taking a little bit of time in there, and conversation was struck. And then it turns out some very familiar drow followed you into this cave with Ilvara, Mizrim, and a couple of other faces that you recognize, prompting you to come quietly, as they say. Not wanting to come quietly, Weller gestured to the Darrow who were speaking at the moment to essentially come to your defense and aid you in the name of their crazed deity, seemingly believing you. A moment happened. Malachar lit his sword, Dawn, and an inevitable battle is at hand. And that's where we're going to pick up with, you guys want Hitman or Malicious?
Y'all heard that, right? It was inevitable. So don't blame me.
Well, at this point, yeah.
You said what you said.
Yeah. Do you guys want Malicious or Hitman?
Let's go Hitman.
Okay. Hitman it is. A little slower battle music. But, Dusk, you are up first. What are you doing?
Guess it's pretty obvious at this point. Something bad's going to happen.
Back and hissing.
So, yeah, Dusk will move up here. And he will attack that drow with his spear.
All right. Give me that sweet, sweet attack roll with your spear. Nat 20 is going to hit for sure. Dealing 11 points of piercing damage as you plunge your spear into his side. Instinctually just kind of grunts and spits up some blood as more blood is spewing out of his, abdomen area.
And you know what comes next?
Doing a
bonus
flurry?
action.
Or are you doing a...
Nah, I'm just doing a strike
All right.
at this point.
Yeah. As you cat claw him across the face, he immediately goes down.
And then to end my turn, kind of face the others and
Okay.
roar.
Nice.
Fair enough.
I like it.
And that'll take us to Casmus.
He's gonna back up all 30 feet all the way down there and cast Eldritch Blast on this one right there.
Okay.
So let's see. Of course.
A 9
Wanted
is
that
unfortunately going to be a miss. It was almost a 20.
Yeah.
But as your blast kind of goes far, hearing that roar from Dusk there kind of threw you off guard for a second.
That'll be it.
Sorry.
All right. That will take us to Shore Vandry. You might remember him as being the up-and-coming protector of Ilvara. He is going to... Nothing good. Shoot a crossbow bolt at Dusk there. Or attempt to, at least. His little hand crossbow, getting a 23 to hit. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Actually, I am deflecting it using my reaction.
All right.
So if I reduce the damage of the attack
Yeah.
from the missile down to
Which you
0.
very much can. A total of 6 damage.
I automatically do it.
All
7
right.
is 8. Actually, 8 is the minimum I can roll. So
Very nice.
I'll knock it out of the air and then roar at him again.
He will then draw his sword and run up to you. Making 1 short sword attack against you. Getting a 19 to hit.
Oh, that will hit.
Dealing 5 points of piercing damage and 11 points of poison damage. Get away from a lady. Taking us to Asha Vandry, the younger priestess, as she kind of waves her arms around, and let me double check, make sure that she has this one and not the other one. Yeah, she has this one. As faint light starts to kind of fill the air in front there, and I will need all of you, besides Casmus, to give me a dexterity save. She is casting Fairy Fire.
Dex.
Ugh.
As you are all lit up with this fairy fire. Let me give one for Turvy here. As Turvy, I think,
excuse
might
me.
just barely avoid it. Turvy avoids it, just barely. As just kind of this like little fairy lights cling to each of you. Taking us to Jorlan. The aged, kind of scarred drow individual is going to shoot his crossbow at Rincewind. Getting a 26 to hit.
That hits.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Rincewind. As Rincewind, you take 9 points of piercing damage. And with a 19, you shrug off any effect of what poison might have been on this crossbow bolt.
What was the damage again? Sorry.
9 piercing. And that'll take us to your turn, Rincewind.
Okay. I am going to...
He'll actually step forward a little bit. to the
Changes
side.
everything all of a sudden. I am going to... Nope. I am going to fire my crossbow, my hand crossbow, at this young lady right here.
Ash,
Or wait,
she's the one who
What?
cast the fairy fire on you guys.
right. Hold on. Actually, no. I gotta measure. Sorry. I should have measured this before, but you just started. Oh. Okay. What's the range on a hand crossbow again?
30,
30?
30, 90, I think.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and step right here. Fire my hand crossbow at her.
All right.
Oh. Mm. Strike is just melee, correct? Yeah. Okay, yep. And so it's going to be awesome.
As your crossbow bolt breaks as it's exiting the, not a chamber, but you know, it just kind of splinters and shatters.
Right. So why wouldn't it? And then I am going to be feet 5, 10, 15, 20 feet back this way and yell at Dusk to fall back. We're lit up. And end my turn.
That'll take us to Fungi. Who is muted, by the way.
Sorry, thanks
you're
for
good.
that. Let's. I'm gonna look at this scary lady directly in front of me and assume she's gonna do something not nice.
That lady?
And that lady.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's Ilvara. You didn't get a chance to meet her.
nope, she doesn't look pleasant. Well, shoot, now between which thing do I want to do? Turnabout is fair play, or do I try and limit her damage? Try to coin to flip. Or a real coin to flip. We'll go for turnabout is play. And I'll cast Fairy Fire on a lot of them
All right.
instead.
Where are you going
Yeah, I
with
should
it?
do. I should be.
You can get all but one.
I have enough room to. Yeah, well. Wow.
Can't get Jorland. You want it there?
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Yeah.
All right.
15 decks for them.
It looks like they're all failing. Got a 13, a 4, a 6, and a 17 from Asha. As they are also
Nice.
lit up.
I'm also going to move. Going to move over here because it feels like being bunched up with these guys is not a safe. And that'll do it.
All right.
My turn.
That'll take us to Ilvara, who will wave her kind of tentacled rod around, smile a bit towards Shore, as her tentacled rod kind of swings out towards you all. Webbing would just kind of scatter and fill the space where many of you are standing. This one is going to kind of overlap with that one. Oof.
Gonna be a messy map.
Yep.
I don't like this.
And actually it just gets you guys. So the webbing should be on the top. 20-foot cube, as I will need Weller, Malakar, as well as good old Casmus there to give me a double check. I believe it is a dex save to start.
Don't
Nice.
want that.
Not nice. Or not nice.
As Weller, you are free of this, but however, Malakar and Casmus, you find yourselves kind of restrained by this webbing that is at your feet. Turvy, is not restrained. We can do this the quiet way and the quick way. You'll call. That'll end her turn.
I think Malakar will just give her the finger.
Yeah. Taking us to the Darrow, who are going to all take shots at the front line there. Going to go 2 at the one drow, 2 at Jorlan.
They miss and hit all of us.
1 hits one of the drow. Jorlan gets missed entirely. For 4 points of piercing damage as they just start shooting.
So anyway, they started blasting.
Yep, essentially. they kind of come out a little bit to kind of essentially appear like they're giving back up. Taking us to Turvy and Spiderbait. Everyone's like, yeah, we got your back, guys. Spiderbait's like, what? Who? Okay. And he's going to take a shot at... Oh, actually, they have advantage. No, not against Jorlan. Never mind. Spiderbait's going to shoot at the shiny drow here. And Turvy's going to do the same, getting out of the webbing. Spiderbait at advantage. Getting a 23. For 4 points of piercing damage on this drow as an arrow strikes him. While Turvy is going to kind of also move along the side, hearing kind of get back. He's also going to move backwards. And he's going to take a shot at the same drow. Why not? Getting a natural 20.
Nice.
As he just shoots that one drow straight in the face. And they fall down. Dead. Taking us to Weller. Turvy's eyes kind of wandering because he's also confused at the situation. Well,
So, I don't think I really have any good place without using a dash. So, I am going to yell out to fall back and will use my dash to move into the chamber. The sacrificial one.
all right.
What is this webbing in front of me going to do?
It's going to slow your movement down by half. So your movement is half if you move through the webbing, which is this square here, and this actual web on the ground there. Your movement is halved. Difficult terrain.
So if I want to move into this chamber, then instead of 60, I'll have 30.
Correct. So you'd be able to get right back there.
Oh. If I
Just
occupy
enough
this,
to block the entrance.
yeah, I was gonna say if I occupy that space, are people going to be able to get by me?
It's
Just like there's like
it's
a
not
little gap
super narrow.
there.
There's a little bit of a gap. It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'll go. Just kind of leading the way.
All right. Heading back, that'll take us to... Well, anything else for Weller?
That'll be it for me.
All right. Taking us to Malakar. You are restrained by these webs all around you. Your movement is 0 at the moment, and attacks you make are at disadvantage. Attacks against you are at advantage.
Does it take an action to break free of this?
It does.
Then I will attempt to do that.
Give me a strength check.
You're so strong.
I believe it is just a straight strength check. Yep.
So strong.
With a 20, yeah, you break free of your restraints easily enough.
So now that was my action, right?
That is your action.
And then movement wise,
Any movement you take in this square or in where you
That'd
see
be
this,
10.
essentially there's another square there, which I'll just put
Oh,
another
so
square
this
there.
so that square there is also difficult terrain?
Yes.
What?
Just to make it easier to denote the difficult terrains.
Right.
You fall into a black hole to another universe.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like.
So that's
Yeah.
what, 10, 20, 30?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and yeah. Is it a bonus action to try to throw a vial of that poison to Weller, or no? Or is that an actual action?
I'd say item interaction, you can just kind of grab it from your pouch and roll it to Weller. Easy
Yes.
enough to do, and it'll land at his
Yeah.
feet.
Well, it kicks it away. I'm just joking.
Stomps on it. Weller, there's a vial of something at your feet.
But that'll be it for me.
All right. That'll take us to Thunder at Dusk. Actually, top of the round, you would feel that tremor a little more. Start kind of quaking. Dusk, what are you doing?
I guess we're withdrawing. Dusk looks kind of confused for a second. Then he looks back at this asshole with the short sword and stabs him with the spear.
All right. 14 is going to be a miss. All right, you have advantage.
has
Yeah, he's
advantage.
very fired. 21 will hit. Actually, yeah, 21 will still hit. For 8 points of piercing damage. As he looks kind of surprised that you were able to hit him. Look of shock comes over his face.
Then, as a bonus action, I will expend a key point. You'll see Dusk's tattered robe sort of start to billow a little bit. And then doop, withdraw using Step of the Wind.
All right.
That will be it for now.
Taking us to Casmus, who is also restrained.
I'm gonna try to get rid of those.
All right.
The
So
strength
strong.
check.
It's a strength
So
check.
strong.
With a 17, yeah, you break free of these restraints.
Right. So get out. That's gonna be 10, 20, and 30 right there.
All right.
That'll be it.
Moving back. It takes the shore.
Moving on back.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's this back square lit up for?
That's just also so you can see where the other webbing is. It's difficult terrain.
Okay.
If
No,
you
that was-
step
that
in
was-
it,
that
it
was-
drops you into Steven's
Yeah.
astral plane game.
That was
Yeah.
the webbing there that was there previously. As he is going to...
What does Elvira and the Oak Ridge Boys do?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Because every time you say her name, I just hear that song in my
he's
head.
gonna
Elvira.
Yeah. He's gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at Rincewind. You're there.
Why not?
You're just there.
You're a soft target.
He starts moving forward a little bit. Getting a 20 to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead as a reaction and cast shield.
Okay. Making your AC much higher than 20, than a 20 at least.
+5. Damn.
Yes.
Yeah. And it lasts until the end of your turn.
Yes.
Kind of sure is getting
Very
perplexed
nice.
this round. Taking us to Asha. As she is going to She has choices. She is going to shoot a bolt of purplish light at fungi. She casts Guiding Bolt. Getting a natural 20.
Yikes.
Okay.
So many ones. As you only take 17 points of radiant damage.
Only.
Only
Yeah.
7.
Rolled 4 1s, 2 2s, a 3, and 1 5.
Jesus.
What level she cast that at?
Yeah.
One.
Let's take a look at that.
It was a crit.
Still, how many? Oh,
For-
how many
Guiding
damage?
Bolt does 46 damage. And you are lit up even further. Taking us to Jorlan.
Like a damn Christmas fungi out there.
Jorlan kind of seeing fungi light up. He's gonna take a shot at. Yeah, well, you're mushroom looking, so he would know not to shoot you because you. Like Myconid's resistant to poison stuff. He's gonna shoot Rincewind. Attempt to shoot Rincewind. Getting a 21 to hit.
That's also a miss.
As it deflects off
Oh,
of
he's-
your shield. Oh, but he does have advantage. He got a 26 to hit.
That hits.
As it pierces your shield as you take 7 points of piercing damage and I need a constitution save.
Awesome.
As Rincewind falls unconscious. Just drops right there.
F&A Cotton.
As he's a sleepy boy. Jorlan, I got one. Did what you couldn't do, Shul. Unfortunately, Rincewind, you are asleep. Taking us to fungi.
Go to cast Spike Growth. We need a 20 radius to work with here.
Oh, that's a great spell.
Can I adjust that? This should be
It's about that
Yeah.
big.
yeah, and
Real,
we're just
real
gonna
messy map.
put it just there. And
There's shit everywhere.
30.
As you would see these kind of mushroom-like spikes just arise from the ground and slowly disappear.
See, I told you, bag of tricks.
As you guys don't see where they're at anymore. I do. But you did see them.
And let's see. And do just double check. No, nothing else. Got in that bag, so that's gonna end my turn.
All right, that'll take us to Ilvara. You guys are tempting her. She is going to. Yeah, why not? Shoot a ray of sickness at fungi. Getting a
Come
16 to hit fungi.
Yes, hits.
All
A ray
right.
of sickness shouldn't do anything to a mushroom, man.
What kind of damage is it?
It is poison damage.
Okay.
It is.
Have resistance to poison damage.
Okay, so you only take 6 points instead of 12 points of poison damage. And
Actually makes sense.
Are you immune to the poison condition? Or you just have advantage on it?
I have advantage on it.
All right, give me a Constitution save. You are not poisoned.
Ooh.
I'll take us to all these Darrow.
Can I, because I forget with the speech, is that only on my turn or can I yell out to
You
them?
can yell out whatever you want.
Can I yell out to, oh God, where's my cursor? I want to yell out to this guy. There it is. I did something weird. Oh God, I'm moving things. I told him to have
You guys can touch those.
I told me to have that power. That's what went weird. Okay. I want to yell out to that front guy right there. And it just, not even a yell as much as a growl, and just say, in the name of Din Karazhan, he's special. Save that one. Pointing to Rincewind.
I'm going to make that a
Intimidation.
roll on your turn.
Okay.
So for now, they're going to keep doing what they're doing.
Is that going to take like an action on my turn?
It
or-
will take an action to persuade someone to do
To
what
talk?
you want them to kind of force your will upon
get-
someone else.
6 seconds of speech, though.
Right. Yeah, you can still talk to them. Doesn't mean they're going to listen.
And you can still swing your sword while you're talking.
But if you want them to actively listen, it does require like an action or something. Essentially, it's like that's like your thing you're doing for the turn.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, you're all special.
Whew.
And they just shoot their crossbows at Shore. At advantage too. Every single one hits. As Shore's gonna take 18, 23, 26 points of piercing damage. We got you back. Taking us to Turvy. Hey, are we running? And Turvy will dash through all you guys. You've got 10 more feet. Spider Bay will say, "Oh, wait for me." And he's also going to dash. 15, 25, 35, 45. You can get in there. They see you guys starting to run. They run too. Weller?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't really need an action, so I'm going to yell out what I previously said.
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Would it be persuasion or intimidation? I'm growling at him. I mean, I'm saying it pretty intimidatingly.
Sure, why not? Yeah, I got you.
Or intimidation. There we go.
All right. They seem to be paying attention. A couple of them look back like, oh, okay. Confused and like, one of them would whimper a little bit.
Oh, good.
Why not?
Both those guys took the spaces I wanted. That's okay. I'll move in further. I'll go right here beside Spiderbait.
All right.
And that'll be it for me.
Take us to Malachar.
I will pass. Sacred Flame
All right.
on this guy up front here.
Yeah. That's sure.
Yeah, sure.
He's the up and coming drow kind of protector dude. Got Ilvara's favor. He's got to make a dex save. As he got a big old 14.
That's DC 14.
So he just kind of dodges out of the way of this, what is it, purplish fire that erupts under his feet.
Let's see with that. $10, $20. Can this space here be occupied?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I will get to right there then.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Taking us to dusk.
All right. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to continue my Step of the Wind.
Okay.
But this time, I'm going to dash. Sorry, I'm mapping this out very carefully.
We'll say you did see where the spikes were.
Okay, I thought they weren't right in that front line, were they? Oh, okay. Do I need to make a save?
It's automatic. But you would know after the first 2d4 damage is dealt to you.
Oh, that was one back.
So,
Okay.
Fun guy, if you roll me 2d4. This area here is just light, as you will take 5 points of damage, and you can just easily just move back to the light. It's just fairy fire. But you also knowing that it's just fairy fire, you could have taken that route instead.
Okay.
Kind of you get 1 foot onto the spikes and feel like, yep, you remember that they're there.
All right. As my action, because that was my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick up Rincewind.
Okay.
I still have 45 more feet of movement.
All right. Would be halved if you're carrying Rincewind.
Okay. So
22 and a half. We'll say 25. I don't care.
okay, so hold on. 10. And then so I have 5, 10, 15, 20 more.
Mm-hmm. And all of
So-
this is difficult terrain.
Well, guess what?
Step of the Wind lets you.
I'm
ignore
going-
it.
Nope. I'm gonna go up this side of the wall
Oh,
I have a
start
climbing
climbing
speed.
with him. Okay, I gotcha.
so I can get here.
Fair enough. You're climbing along the side, carrying Rincewind with you. Fair enough. Anything else for Dusk?
Haul ass fun guy.
Taking us to Casmus.
I'm going to use the bonus action to cast Misty Step and move right there.
Okay.
So we're gonna move right there. And then my action, I'm gonna cast a I'll just blast the one down there on the fairy fire that has
Yeah, Elvira. A lady.
advantage.
Elvira.
That's why you guys are calling her
Blast.
Elvira. I get it.
Whoop.
A nat 20
Idiot.
will hit her.
Oh,
For 17 points of damage. Do not like that. As you kind of just blast her right in the chest and kind of see that smoldering mark. Anything else for Casmus?
We're gonna go right there, and that's gonna be it.
All right, I'll take us to shore.
You have to maintain concentration for the web.
She does.
Yep.
Fair enough. She got a nat 20. No, but no, it's good. It's good of you to point that out. But yeah, she did get a nat 20. As Shore will hop over, only taking one of the 2d4, so you can do a little hop, not like a big hop, to get out of the spikes, because he did see them, so he knows they're there. So go and roll me some spike growth damage, fungi. And he'll take 2 points of damage. And he runs to tackle fungi. Fungi, need an athletics or an acrobatics check. He can't beat that. As he got a 14, as he goes to try and tackle you, you just kind of roll out of the way easily enough. He seems to be a little lumbering in this moment.
Agile little mushroom.
Hey, stay still. Asha will then simply dispel magic on your spike growth. And walk forward a little bit. Giving a pat on Jorlan's back. Taking us to Jorlan.
Oh wait, back on
Oh, for your
short turn. I forgot. I have Halo of Spores
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage. That's a con save. For half, I believe, right?
Let me see.
You got a 16, so I think it's half.
Yeah, that's 6 level.
So he'll take 1 point of necrotic.
No, it is. No, he takes nothing.
Oh, he takes nothing, so he takes no points of necrotic damage. But Jorlan, I watch a real guy get him. I've wrangled a mushroom or two. As he goes to try to tackle as well. I need another acrobatics or athletics check. As you are, it's like trying to, instead of a greasy pig, it's just a little mushroom guy that they're trying to grab and tackle.
he's a slimy little mushroom. Just say it.
Slimy little mushroom.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Rincewind, unfortunately, you are still asleep. That'll take us to your turn, fun guy.
I'm going to wild shape into the male steeder again,
Okay.
and I'm going to use his leap. Get. I'm
Bringing him out here.
Okay.
As it can just jump.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and jump way over the ledge.
60 freaking feet.
Damn.
5, 10, 15. Yeah. What? Sorry. There we go.
Jumpy boy.
Mm-hmm. As he just kind of leaps out of the way. They will get attacks of opportunity, though.
Okay.
And they are both going to try to grapple. So give me a dexterity or a strength from the steeder. I'll give them disadvantage because they don't see it coming.
Give it to.
Got to beat a 9 or a 3.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Let's see. Strength.
Getting an 11. Yeah, quick enough and strong enough jump out of there. They do not grab onto you. That'll take us to Ilvara. This is so frustrating. As I pull up the wrong character sheet. And she is going to cast darkness around this area here. As everything goes dark for Malakar and Dusk.
Say Dawn doesn't help with that.
Unfortunately not.
Damn.
And someone say they have devil's sight.
Yeah, I do. It was about to say I do have
Okay,
devil's sight.
You can see into there. And when that
Where
comes
did
in-
she cast darkness?
Right
Right
there.
at the edge.
That's the opposite of what I should be seeing then.
You're seeing the interior. It's just so I don't have to like just take away your token.
Oh.
But
Okay.
essentially those of you that are inside of there, you guys can't see.
We
shit.
can't see shit.
Yeah. It's your
Can't
magic.
Then
see
her-
fucking shit out of this thing.
But at least her web drops, right?
Her web does drop. But that'll take us to a bunch of Darrow. Hey, where is he? We're supposed to kill him, right? They don't know what they're doing. They are going to... A couple of them run out of the darkness in random directions.
Oh, Jesus.
One of them that was right next to Dusk and Rincewind. Will just kind of hold his hand out to and kind of like feel along the cat there until he like grabs for a hand and tries to tug you in a direction, and he will lead you out, pulling you a little bit out of the darkness. Turvy will just be like, all right, what are we doing? As well as Spiderbait. That doesn't seem good, guys. And he'll kind of like take a step back. Taking us to Weller. The Darrow looks up to you. I got him.
Yeah, I guess fair play. All right. Not the way I imagined, but yeah. Um, God, I really don't have anything that will do.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, I mean, dancing lights doesn't counteract the darkness or anything like that, so
No, you need a daylight spell.
yeah, just happen to run short of that. I think that'll be the next level.
Why does daylight counteract it?
Because
Or
it's a
is it
higher,
just
it's
'cause
a
it's-
higher level light spell.
No, it's not just because it's sunlight.
No.
No.
Otherwise, dawn would 100% work.
Yeah.
Because you can cast darkness in daylight,
The darkness.
like actual daylight, not the spell.
Yeah.
daylight.
Is there anything I can do to help Rincewind? Can I wake him up? Or
Yeah, you can run up to him and try to wake him up. He looks like he's just
throw
like
water on
over
him?
the shoulder of Dusk there. You can use your action to wake up Rincewind.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Go up to the edge of the darkness there.
Go up to the edge of the darkness. Slap him around a little bit, you know.
Rincewind, you wake up.
Awesome.
Josh blows a kiss at you, but Weller doesn't. And then Weller's gonna go back
Kind
to.
of shuffles his mustache a little bit.
I think it just twirls it a little bit, you know.
I'm wondering why this tail is in my face.
I think 10. Yeah, I'm gonna move to that space right there. Try to create an opening, and that will be it for good old Weller. Old Weller.
Taking us to Malakar.
Which, as of right now, I can't see shit, right?
Right, the darkness just appeared in front of you. Like you would see it kind of swell up in front of you, kind of extending to essentially you.
Well, I'm gonna take a step back.
All right. Out of the darkness.
Yeah, out of the darkness, and then see, I still can't see shit. 'Cause I was hoping I'd be able to see them.
Yeah. They essentially cut off your sight to them.
And their sight to us, though.
Mm-hmm.
True enough.
Let's see, how is everybody looking at this point?
Well, it's hard to tell how Fungi looks. He looks like a spider creature right now. Jumping spider.
Right.
Both Dusk and Rincewind looked fucked up.
I will move over next to Dusk and cast. Where's it at? Cure Wounds on him.
All right.
So. Level 1.
As Dusk, you get 9 hit points.
Thank
you.
you.
Feel the warmth of sunlight. Anything else for Malakar?
Let's see. I took one step back. That's 5. To move around 5, 10, so that's 15. I'm going to move up here, and that'll be it.
All right. As Malakar, you kind of move away, those tremors that you were feeling starts to grow more violent as you can see the ceiling start to kind of collapse around you.
Jesus.
A fissure starts to tear into the center of this space here, you would hear this odd, like, moaning, roaring coming from the darkness beyond. Casmus, what you would see is a pair of those giants, both large, 20-foot tall, crash through the ceiling in the area where you just were, as acid goes kind of splashing in there. The rest of you guys don't see that at all. Landing on several of the drow as the chasm rips and tears open the floor beneath your feet. I need everyone to give me a dexterity save.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Uh,
15.
yeah.
All right. Interesting. Casmus and Dusk take no damage, but everyone does fall as you go tumbling down into this crevice below, along with this Darrow, Turvy, and Spiderbait. Everyone else takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the tumbling of rocks and your bodies start colliding into each other, kind of rolling down this chasm, and it kind of evens out into this pathway. You would find yourself in the middle of a hallway, ceiling above you caved in. The dust kind of starts to settle a little bit, and you can feel and hear kind of like you're in the middle of a 10-foot high tubular passageway. You can feel and hear little faint drips of water. And it looks like another passageway is broken open to your side into actually worked stone.
Is there a faint voice that also says it fucking sucks down here?
You just said
Yeah.
it. As you guys find yourselves in this hallway here. Did I bring you guys there? Yeah.
There we are. Okay.
I gotta bring that Darrow in here. And Fungi's actually a Steeder. Everything goes quiet.
Yes, we're just going to go. Is everyone all right?
Um,
I'm here.
Is everyone here that should be here?
I think so. Yeah, that's everyone.
There's like,
Yeah.
we're supposed to kill him now, right? And kind of points towards Rincewind.
We need to move.
We need
Yes.
to, yeah, we need to get out. I saw. Guys, I was gonna tell them what he saw. I saw like two giant, and just drop from the sky from the ceiling that other room, crushing two of them. The drow. So we need to get the fuck out of here.
Let's go now.
okay.
We will. Careful, sneaky move.
And it looks like it opens up into actually like somewhat worked stone beyond. Get rid of these little locks on your guys.
I would
Did we
be
lose dark
thinking.
vision?
No, but this is your old tokens.
Okay.
Let me hang on before you guys start moving around. Let me make sure you give you guys all of your appropriate dark visions. Who else? Malakar had it.
One guy.
And
I had it, but then I don't know. Does it change with wild shape, or do I still have that
you
level?
would have your wild shapes, dark vision, but if you change out, you would have your fungi.
The enhanced one that he gave me?
Right. But it seems like rock has this once was a passageway that rock has since buried on either side. Heading northward, dusk, you would see passageways going to either side. A little bit of dripping water down the side of the walls in here.
All right.
The Daryl, like, hey, what's going on, guys? Are we supposed to do it down here?
Yes, we're just gonna motion to Turvey to get away from the arrow.
He gives like kind of a nod. And take a step back.
Well, he was asking him to come beside him, but
Well, it's cramped up there.
I'll bet.
I'm going to sneaky sneak this way.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Oh, no, I'm gonna be right there.
All right, feeling pretty confident you're being sneaking up.
Giving everyone a chance to adjust. So don't just dart ahead.
Some of you still battered and bruised. Yeah, this area definitely looks like finished stonework instead of like that rough hewn wall there. A little bit of puddles are starting to form along the sides in here as water's dripping down from the ceilings that are 10 foot high in here.
As the rest start coming down the corridor, go over here to this and inspect it and see if it is potable.
Sure. As you go to inspect it, it inspects you back as
Rude.
as it animates and this puddle lashes out towards you, getting a 21 to hit.
That hits.
As you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 points of acid damage.
Jesus.
As you go down to kind of lean and inspect this water, it reaches up towards you and just kind of grabs your claws and pulls your face into the acidic puddle. And we're going to roll initiative again.
But surely he loses his collar, right? The acid pulls his face, you know?
Not his neck.
Why?
Yay.
now I got a bad.
I was trying, Dusk.
Annoying.
Still rolling terrible for initiative.
I'm just going to make the NPCs go at the bottom of the round.
Look at that, 6.
I try and roll as initiative as fungi or as a student?
You would be using
Oh,
the
sure.
physical stats of this, so it would be this. So it would just click on the... There should be an initiative button on the monster stat block.
Looking, but I don't see one actually.
I can just use yours. That's fine. It doesn't really matter.
I'm having a hard time
the
adjusting
one I
my
rolled?
points.
It did, okay.
I see that. What were you at? 9?
Should be 6 left. It's doing some weird.
It did 11 damage to you. I don't know how many you had previously.
I got back. I should have 6 left.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 17 for yes, that is correct. 100%. All right.
Fungi, you're up first. Seeing this ooze pull thunder at dusk into it.
How high is the ceiling?
10 feet. So
All right.
it's a little cramped in here
Can
for most people.
this thing crawl on ceilings?
It's got. I would think so. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Don't check. I'm gonna go up over everybody's head.
It might be too cramped for that because this is a medium creature. Medium.
I
Yeah,
see what
you
you're
could do it. Yeah, I would say it would be difficult terrain to move past these guys though,
5, 2.
because you have
Alright,
to kind of like
so-
squeeze down.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how far I can get that with it. I don't think that's going to give me enough movement to get through. The goal was to try and just get to the side just to help pull Dusk out.
Okay.
I don't know if I got enough space to actually do that.
I'll say give me an acrobatics check. I'll DC 10 or a dexterity check with the Steeder.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with a 3, you would need to use a dash to get up there.
Well, I'll use the dash just to get myself at least into space over here.
All right.
Still up on the ceiling.
Fair enough.
And that's it for my turn.
I'll take us to Rincewind. What's a Rincewind do?
I am going to. I am going to cast. Oh, god damn it! I still don't have that. Never mind. I can't do that. I'm going to step over here and shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
And while I do that, I am going to turn to Malakar and I'm going to say, fuck that thing up. And I'm going to blast that thing dead center for. Wow.
Jeez, for 14
Nice.
points, as it just kind of makes this huge splatter mark. You get it right as it's kind of going back into place from pulling it. Dusk, it nearly splatters everywhere. It is barely any semblance of what it was, but it's still this like in this amorphous puddle of water itself. But the animated part seems much less than before, as your crossbow bolt would immediately start to disintegrate.
Awesome. Didn't want that one anyway. And I'm going to end my turn.
All right, taking us to Dusk.
Disengage
All right.
and come cat hiss at it and run back.
All right. Anything else for Dusk, who's pretty badly hurt now?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'll spend my last key point, and as Dusk runs up, and he'll stop in front of Casmus, and then he'll snarl and slap himself in the face.
Fair enough.
So now I'm up to 9.
Nice.
Oh, hold on.
Is it letting you
I
do
think
it?
moving him fixed the access.
There you go. That'll take us to Casmus, as you see him just like kind of, if he could sweat, he'd be sweating, but just kind of smacks himself in the face.
Would I be able to move past them just to go like right in front of him?
It's cramped. It would be difficult terrain, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Pretty much
gonna move.
any time you're in these narrow corridors, it's going to be difficult terrain when you move past someone.
All right, so I'm gonna move right there. And I'm gonna catch blast at the creature down there.
All right. It will have a little bit of cover because it is a small opening that Malakar is kind of blocking.
All right, let's
Tell me to
see.
duck, I'll hit the deck.
14 will still hit it.
Nice.
As water and ooze just kind of blast into the walls. And it's gone. As it no longer
And-
seems to animate.
There's Dark One's blessing.
And we're already out of combat.
And probably don't touch the water.
Spider Bale kind of, hey, what was that? Turkey.
The Underdark trying to kill you.
Oh, well, yeah. So normal stuff.
For down here, so far, from what I've seen, yeah, normal stuff.
Those of you who choose to live down here need help.
And
Definitely agreeing with you there, Dusk.
Dusk, as you get there, the area
It's
ahead
definitely stuff.
filled with looks to be pooling up water and it's just dripping down the sides in here. The area ahead of you contains what looks to be a skeletal remains of a drow, along with a dark metal mace and a scattering of coins. However, with your keen perception, they seem to be hovering right above the floor.
All of this stuff does.
Yep.
This is an obvious trap. He'll turn and say to the others, the remains and the coins float above the floor.
You got something to throw at it? Bring the trap from a distance?
Was there a way to walk around it without?
Or that?
There is the other route. Or I could throw something at it.
Throw
Any
something at it.
preferences?
Where's our Darrow friend?
Yeah, just go ahead and throw something.
Oh,
at it.
he's done. He's just down there.
Looks
Oh,
like
you want-
he's carving something into the stone floor there. Like just kind of face down, not even noticing what you guys are doing.
You want me to set him up?
I mean, yeah. I think we might do the sacrifice in that room. We should go set it up real quick.
All right,
Hmm.
let's do that then.
I like Dusk's hesitation.
I mean, he really wants to do a sacrifice. Might as well give him a chance to
I don't know, it
prepare.
looked like he already
To
had a
be the
sacrifice
sacrifice?
going on.
I mean, there are already bones in there and everything.
All of you in this hallway, up to Casmus and Turvy,
Yes.
would hear in your heads, "Oh, hey! Who are you?"
Bother anyone else that everything is real fucking casual down here in the Underdark. Hey!
Is that your sword again?
Just casually trying
Oh,
to kill
okay.
you.
She hadn't.
Yeah, was that Dawn that just spoke to us?
Oh no, it's me. Yeah, who are you guys?
You're all hearing this, right? I'm not hallucinating.
No?
Weller doesn't,
No.
but he doesn't
Well,
think you're
I
crazy
hope- I
because of
hope
the
you can
interaction with
hear
Dawn.
me. What do you mean? I'm okay. I'm
And who-
sorry. I guess I should start with introductions first. It was rude of me, I guess. I don't know. I'm Glabagool. Nice to meet you. Who are you?
Gabagool.
No, Glabagool.
And what exactly are you, Glabagool?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Why are you talking to us in our heads?
Oh, that's just how I communicate.
You're not gonna. You have any physical form that we can probably
Oh,
see?
can you not see me?
Don't see anyone but my friends around right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm Glabagool. Who are you?
Casimos, you better come out of this conversation with another sword,
Well,
because I don't hear anything.
And everyone else is hearing it as well. Except for Rincewind. Or except for Weller. Sorry. I had to do it one time.
You almost made it, man.
Almost.
Tradition.
Tradition. You would all be hearing
okay.
this besides Weller.
What can you tell us about this place?
Oh, I don't tell strangers things.
I am Thunder at Dusk.
Oh, it's good to meet you, Thunder at Dusk. I'm Glabagool.
My name's Casmus.
I am Malakar.
Well, see, now we're already getting
Away
friendly.
with spider noises as if I'm actually talking.
Oh, yes, I understand. I understand, little creature.
So,
Turvy, you'll see. I'm Turvy. Is one of your friends, Stool? No.
so
Most of my
Glabagool, now
friends
that we've
died.
acquainted, what can you tell us?
Oh. Well, not a whole lot, I'm afraid. I think I was born recently.
Is it safe for us to go through that room up there? Because
Oh,
it seems
I
like
don't
the
think
bodies are
so.
floating.
Somebody tried to walk in here and they died.
We can see that.
I tried to get them out, but they were being mean.
How did they die?
Oh, they walked into me.
Where are you?
I'm right in front of you, and you would see a little bit of warbling and a light suction noise as from the corner of this space, a nearly clear entity, almost cube-like in shape, appears in front of you, kind of unsticking itself from the wall. I'm sorry, is that better?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, no, that's what the other guy did. Please don't.
No. We're
Where are you
you're
from?
okay. You're okay.
You're good. You're good. So, would you allow us to go through that room if we
Oh.
don't pass through you,
Whoa, I wouldn't recommend. I think I would.
or help us get out of here?
I think I would eat you if you were to walk through me. That's what happened to the last guy.
Because we're
Can we
trying.
avoid you?
Oh, I can move out of the way. And,
Okay, 'cause we're
it
trying
will,
to
it will
get to
kind of
it.
slowly move backwards, so slow. With the object still kind of floating inside of it. Skeleton looks like a dark mace and a scattering of coins. Why are you guys here at the temple?
We fell down from above,
That's too bad.
and now we're trying to find our way to a lake. Well, that's what his original plan.
Well, it's getting wet in here.
We can see that, but I don't want to touch the water again. One of us
Oh, the
Got
water
attacked by
shouldn't hurt.
something. Oh, I definitely did. That's the kitty cat up there.
Oh, that's just the oozes.
So you would let us pass through and move out of the way?
Yeah, I moved out.
What did you say this place was?
It's a temple.
Temple for what?
I don't know
Or
if I
for
know
who?
that information.
Do you know what lies further ahead of us?
Passageways. Yeah. You know, maybe born recently wasn't the right word. I was recently awoken, I guess. I don't know. I think I always was.
This is
Um,
going nowhere.
Can I make an insight check to see if this thing is baiting us to try to move past it?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Ugh. Dusk is distracted.
Hard to tell
And-
the intentions of a cube. So,
Well, our choices are move past it and move ahead, or go up the other passage.
Wait. Asmus is gonna back away a little bit. If he backs away, he's not gonna hear it anymore. He
where
goes
you
right
back-
beside Weller.
Mostly if you're in sight of it, it can't talk to you.
Okay, so you're gonna move just right beside Weller, and just explain to him everything that has happened. So he's gonna
Weller's
move.
just very
He's
confused.
gonna move right there. Yeah, he's gonna move right there, so he's not inside, and he's gonna explain everything. So, Weller, he's
Weller's
gonna
very
whisper.
confused and
He's gonna
wondering
whisper, he's
why
like,
we've
okay.
come to a stop.
So there's a big cube up there. It talks to us. You know the way that Dawn talks to us.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, he talks to us that way. And apparently, the corpse that we saw up there floating, I think it's inside of that cube. Whatever, it got eaten up because it tried to pass through it. So
So we
I would say we try the other passage.
should
'cause
go
I don't
the
wanna-
other way. Yeah.
I think we should go the other way.
Well, how about if we ask it to help us get through the passage just to lead us through?
I wouldn't trust it.
Well,
While you guys are talking, I'm just going closer to it. I'm just waving a
Oh,
It did
you
warn
little
us.
thing to it from upside down.
It's just kind of like I think they gave it eyeballs. So there are two eyeballs that would kind of appear in it and would kind of look up at you. Oh, hey,
it
friend.
did warn us.
So yeah,
Have we tried to ask it for directions? I
it
mean,
does.
to be fair, most of the things that are
It doesn't really know anything from what I can see.
ominous down here have tried to attack us, and you all don't seem to be dead yet. So
No, it seems to be confused even as to what it is itself.
that makes two of us.
Hasn't been.
Honestly, I don't even know what I was hearing.
Glabogul, how familiar are you with this temple?
Pretty familiar. It got shaken recently.
Have you been all over it?
Mostly in here. I fit a little
In
better.
this area? Do you know a way to say a main exit out of this temple?
Oh, it's right behind you.
It's right behind us. Do you know another way that might get us out of here that isn't caved in since the shake?
Oh. No, that's the only exit.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Well,
yeah.
Would you allow us to pass without hurting us at all?
Oh yeah, just don't walk into me. Man, as I told you already.
Yeah, but
I can help if you want, as much as I can.
Or wants to move up because he wants to be part of this.
And
yeah.
he'll back up a little more. Like, if you want, you can come in and talk. I don't get many people to talk to. Last guy, like I said, he just walked right into me.
Alucard's gonna move up to here.
You can easily
I don't
walk
think-
in.
I don't
And,
think we
like,
should-
there's definitely a few puddles pooling in this place.
I don't think we should
Walk
do
closer
it
to him.
together.
I don't know. I mean, it did warn us, and it is kind of the only way we got.
Well, there was
So-
another.
It
there was
seems
another
pretty
way, there's
harmless.
another way.
It,
Right
like I said,
now.
it hasn't
Oh, you're
attacked
right.
us
You're
yet.
right. I stand corrected.
Casper's gonna
Right.
look at spider bait and just ask him if he can just go around the corner and on the other side and see if he sees anything.
Okay.
Up
Did you
there.
guys
On the other
ask
side.
this thing what was past it?
Spider Bear will call it. The
Yeah.
Darrow's dead.
The Darrow is dead.
What the fuck?
He's just lying
Uh,
down and face first into a puddle. I don't know.
Okay, come back here. If he's dead, there's something down there. We gotta move forward.
Okay.
I hate to say that, but we gotta move forward, guys.
Or he was
I think
curious
this is
like
wrong.
Dusk about the puddle.
Yeah, but I'd rather not take any chances.
So what are you guys up to?
We're trying to find our way
just
out of
hanging
here.
out, trying to find some decently priced timeshares in the Underdark.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know about all that. As I said, I was just kind of new to this whole thing.
how new?
Babagul, would you mind walking with us for a little bit?
I can't walk. I can slide though.
Well, how about okay, that would work. I'm fine with that. But we need to get the hell out of here. We're kind of stuck in this temple. Who did you say this was a temple to?
I didn't.
Oh, do you know
You
who?
know?
Julie Bex? Yeah, something like that.
Surely Bex.
Is she of someone of significance?
And is
I think they're the ones that made me able to talk to you.
Okay.
can I roll a history check to see if that's of any significance, or would it not be?
It would be a religion.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Yeah, it'd be religion. If any, is anyone
I
proficient
roll
with
that?
religion check?
No, I got Arcana, not religion.
I would allow Arcana.
Proficiency is when you have
All right.
proficiency is when you have a
do
little check mark
Arcana.
by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am proficient in religion.
Yeah. And I would allow Arcana as well.
All right, well, let's do it.
Either, so take it away, boys.
I know.
Casmus, hard no. Malachar,
Then
hard
both.
no. No Julie
fuck,
Bex
guys?
in your recollections.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. So we moved past it.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah.
I can
just
follow
gonna-
you if you want. You tell me.
If we have to not pass through you, just at least please try to keep a little safe distance.
Okay.
I don't think you want to kill anyone else, and I don't think we want to die.
I don't think
Wait,
I'm
why-
as fast as you, so if you want to move forward before me or after me, let me know.
Yeah, I was just thinking, why Why are we going in front of this thing?
Just go. We gotta find a way. It's super slow.
It has a movement speed of
Kinda-
15 feet.
Kind of look around this chamber and see if any of that water looks like it's about to do something.
Give me a
Don't be
perception check.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Exactly.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
I
suspicious.
will say, previously looking at the water, it looked just like water. This looks just like water as well. Some of it a little muddied, but it's kind of starting to pool in here. And I would say even as you get to this point, there's puddles, but then the entirety of the floor is wet. As this place is actively leaking.
Flooding, basically. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting choice of words that he went with leaking.
All right.
I said what I said.
I'm still. Just knowing what could be in puddles, I'm gonna try to avoid them.
Sure.
Yep.
Give me an acrobatics check to avoid puddle.
Acrobatic.
Man, other words, they're everywhere.
Just do a cool flip over him. Stick the landing. Come on.
With a 10, that's enough to avoid the puddle.
You stick the landing.
And continue down this long, narrow hallway.
Yeah, I don't like how narrow this is at all.
Yes, most would.
Did anybody tell this guy he could follow us?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you didn't tell him
That's
exactly what, but yeah.
That's what
Dust,
motion about
Dust,
Spider
give me
Bay to interpret to go.
Dust, give me an acrobatics check too. And then Rincewind afterwards, maybe. Rincewind acrobatics check as well.
Look at you boys.
I'm turning that off.
It's fun to see the little D4. I will say none necessary for this spider that's climbing on the ceiling still, I take it. All right. Weller, I will say at this point, the water does reach out towards you. Getting a 19 to hit?
You meant Rincewind, right? That was another one of your mix-ups?
No.
Yeah, I guess
Oh.
the fucking water hits me with a 19.
I
As
use that to your
I'm
advantage.
not hydrophobic.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Your armor now has a -1 armor penalty. As
I
it
don't even know what that means, but I guess why not?
Your armor is now corroded by 1.
Hey, what did I ever fucking do to you, man?
And, and we're gonna roll initiative again.
Jesus.
I'm way the fuck at the end of this hallway too.
Yep.
What are they doing?
Gotta give him a shitty initiative.
The good
I
news
can't
is,
find my goddamn card.
it's almost guaranteed that you're gonna go faster than an ooze. Because they have like -5 to initiative. Alright. Dusk, you're up first, hearing Weller kind of wince. More like, and I was gonna say more like Wincewind. Because Rincewind. But that's
Clever.
I said Weller already, so I knew what I was saying.
I want my money back. terrible.
Dusk, what are you doing?
I'm not hitting that thing.
That's fair. You can pass.
I'll sneak past them. And I don't know if this will do anything, but we're about to find out. Throw a dart.
All right, throw me a dart. Your dart absolutely hits. And it absolutely just starts to disintegrate. But it does do some
Good.
damage to it. A little splash, kind of like puddle on the ground. Puddle of mud. Gray mud. It seemed to work.
And then just sort of slink back to where I was.
But you're not getting that dart back.
Nope. I already took it off.
Fair enough. That'll take us to Casmus.
I'll try to get a blast at it.
All right. I will say no. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. I was gonna say no cover because they've got small guys in front of you. 25 will definitely hit it. First 6 points of force damage. It's blasted backwards. Anything else for Casmus?
No, I can't really do much. That'll be it.
All right, taking us to our friendly male steeder.
I'm just going to walk or move over towards Weller and actually just try to pull him off of the ooze so that so he stops attacking him and move us both back.
All right, I'll say give me a... Because you're on the... Are you going back on the floor now?
No, I was just kind of like reaching down and pulling him away.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. Or a strength check for the steeder. I'll just say simple DC 10 for these kind of things. 21. You can easily pull him back. The ooze is not formidable. It's not quick.
Beg to differ.
Well, it took 4 people for it to do anything. As you do pull Weller backwards. Malakar, would you like to do anything?
I will cast Sacred Flame.
Good choice. You got a 13 on its dex save. That's very good for it.
All right. So then I will roll some damage.
Roll me some flamey sacred damage. For 8 points of sacred damage as the ooze nearly kind of melts back down into this puddle here. Still up though.
That'll be it for me.
All right, that'll take us to Rincewind.
I am going to do the exact same thing.
Sacred flamey.
Sacred Flame.
What does your sacred flame look like? A rainbow of colors?
Yeah, it's more of like a hot pink with some purple in there.
All right, got a big 8 on its dex save.
All right. Ooh.
Why is it? You rolled a 1. No, I'm sure. Because the dice says 1, but 2.
It
the
does
chat.
say one.
As this little bit of flare of multicolored light burns away the rest of this ooze.
Woohoo.
I'll just keep you guys in initiative in case we need it, so we don't need to roll again for these smaller things.
I don't like that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It just means there's more
And
that are very close.
Casmus, in your head, you would hear, "Oh, yeah, those guys they're everywhere. They don't bother me, though."
No way to avoid them.
Yeah, don't get close to them.
Tell me something I don't know.
So basically, stay away from bubbles.
basically, you're fucked.
Casmus,
Stay
you
away
would hear,
from water in this flooding.
I think there's a fountain ahead.
Oh, that doesn't sound good considering the water is attacking us.
Yeah,
But hey, good to know.
of course.
He would yell. Casmus would just yell out, "Stay away from the fountain!"
Oh. I think it's actually quite
Hoping.
nice.
Hoping that at least Weather hears them.
I
You're-
figure Malachar
yeah.
wouldn't really hear much.
I would say because there's no other noise other than the faint trickling of water and kind of filling up in here, that noise kind of echoes pretty well in here. Pretty weller in here. But as you guys are making your way through this place, Malachar, if you creep forward a little bit, you will see what look to be
Yeah.
4 passages to your right and another passage to your left. To your right is worked stone, and to your left looks to be natural kind of carved cavern. But as you are making your way through this ooze temple, that'll be a good spot to end tonight, with Glabagul following behind effortlessly, just squeezing his way behind you guys. But we'll pick up there next week, and with this nice temple of oozes, and you did have your first run-in with, well, second, I guess, really, with the drow.
Elvira.
As it seems you now know that they are indeed following you. But we'll pick up there next Thursday, and thanks for watching Twitch. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Later.
Thanks, Twitch.
Bye bye.
Later.
Night, Twitch.